Welcome. Alright, so in this video I'll be showing you how to create a login form. So we are going to be using Bootstrap to do this very quickly. So what I'll do, I'll just take this out and then I'll type HTML5. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is to link your Bootstrap. So I already have some project that Bootstrap was linked before. So what I would do is I'll just come and copy the link from here. So I'm linking Bootstrap icon and Bootstrap CSS. I think I have a video on this where how you can link Bootstrap and all that. To download this from go to Bootstrap, search for Bootstrap link CDN, then you copy the link for the HTML heading and then copy the one for JavaScript. So what I'll do, I'll just paste this here. Alright, so this is it. I said this is my Bootstrap link. Something is wrong. Okay, this is the Bootstrap link. Now I'm going to copy for JavaScript. This one. Though we are not going to be using it in this video, but for best practices, just make sure you link both the part of the HTML and that of JavaScript. So I'll just paste this here. Beautiful. Alright, so once I've gotten my link, the next thing I will want to do is to check if it is linked properly. I always do this before starting so that I know it's working very well. Right, so we have this yellow red text, so my Bootstrap is linked. Alright, so there's another thing I want us to do. If just in case you are not going to use this outside CSS, just come here and remove this setting, remove this body. Yes, you can just do something like this, but I'll not be using that CSS there. I will use it here. So just say style. I would say margin 0. Padding 0. So this is what you are supposed to do if you are creating any website, to remove any extra spaces. Alright, so let's get started. For this form we want to create, we are going to create a container. So create a div, and inside that div we'll call a container class. So for this my container, I want to do a few things to it. I want to give it a border. So I'll give this container a border. Then I'll give it a shadow. Then I want this container, if it's showing on a laptop screen, it should not be a full screen and just half. So I'll say code MD6, and then I'll make the background color to be light. Margin X auto. So we've not written anything yet. You will not see the container. P 3. Alright, so this is just like how I want my container to be. So I just put a margin at the side, at both sides. Then I put padding at both sides also, and then I put padding or put up and down. That's the PY. I can also add MY too if I want. Let's say I say MY, let's just say 3. So the next thing I'll create is the form. Inside this form, I'll create a class of form. Then I would give this form I'll create another container inside this form, call this class container. So I want to add a text above. Alright, so I want to add a user icon image at the top here. So I want to add this very cool user icon image. So what I'll do now is I would say image. Right. So if you don't know where to download this image from, we'll go to, it's more like an icon, but is for now, for this, what I want to do now, it's better than Bootstrap icon. It has color and then it looks more better. So I'll say reshot. They call them SVG icons. So I'll search for user. Alright, so I want to use something like this. So we have this very cool different user stuff that you can download, but this is what I want to use. I'll just click download. Right, so I have it now. I'll come to my SPC editor and upload it. I can just search for it. Very short. This is it. So I just come here and rename it. Just say user. So when I come to this place, I'll call it ./user. Remove one of these dots. Alright, so this is it. It's just very good. So we reduce the width now. Let's say 50px. Alright, so it's smaller now. So I want it to be in the center text. You already know that one, text center. Alright, so it's perfectly at the center of our form. Then I want to, for this container that I created, I want to add padding also, px3 py3, and that's all. Okay, so now I'm going to leave this container here, come outside of this container, create another container. This one is for the content, like the text that I'll be using. I can also give this a padding. Okay, before this container, I want to add like a text h3. Let's say welcome back. Alright, so I have this school, welcome back. Alright, so I'll make the font width to be bold, margin top to be 4. Alright, so you just be watching it and then make sure it is cool. So after that, I want to write another text here, that's p. Yes, so I'll be like, please enter your details. Okay, so this is beautiful. To log in. Alright, so now we are going to be creating the box where they can enter their email. So we'll be creating a label and then we'll be creating input. So now create label for name, sorry, email. So what I'll do is just write email. So there's a Bootstrap class called form. There's a Bootstrap class called form label. I really don't know what it does yet, but let's see. It's still almost the same thing. And then after this label, we'll create our inputs for the label. I just clear out this type. So the type now will write email, and then placeholder, let's say eg. Is it together, guys? Is it dots here? Alright, so the placeholder is like a text that is inside. So once you start typing, it goes away. So what we'll do to this, we'll come outside here, we give the class, and then we want to do form control. Alright, you notice it was up before, but when I did form control, it came down and it's looking much better now. So what I would do next is I would just copy this from this label to this input, I'll copy and then I'll paste it down here, and then we are going to edit it for password. So anywhere you see image, just put password. So this is what it does. As you're writing the password, it gets hidden. So you see, that's it. So the next thing we want to do is before we go to, we'll add checkbox. Let's see. It seems I want to add something here before this password. I want to add something like forget password. Then, so if the person forgets his password, can click on that link to reset. So I want to do something like that now. So I'll just come here before this password. I'll use this a tag. I'll say okay, so this is what I want. I'll say forgot password, then I'll come here, I'll break line. Alright, it's perfect. So I'll give this a class as a Bootstrap class. So this is to remove the line that you see here. Okay, so I want to try something now. You know, we are always doing text center. I want to see whether I can take it to the end by doing text end. Right, so it's not moving, and it's not moving because it is inside this container, and then there is no much space for it to move to the end. Okay, let's start and see. But I think it's okay where it is. Else I wanted it to be somewhere here, but I think it's okay here. What I just need is a little space, like my2. How about that? Alright, so now I'm going to create, if you have visited the website, you'll see one small button here that you click it, like a checkbox or something. I'll be doing something like that now. So I'll just come here, input. So for the type, I'll say checkbox. Alright, so we have this very small tiny box here, and then for the label, so for the name, I'll write remember, then label, label for checkbox, then here I write remember me. Alright, so we have something like this. This is beautiful. So I would bring this down a bit. I'll just come to this label and I'll put my3. I want it to have a bit of a space. Oh, that's much. I'll do one. That's still much. How about do MB? That's margin bottom. But we do 2. Okay, so this is better. So you see how the checkbox works now. I can click on it. Okay. So now after the checkbox, we are going to create our login button. Outside this hash, I'll create a class btn lg btn dark. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so we have this button. So now I'll do form control to bring it down. Alright, so we have this beautiful large button. So I will just add a margin top or my, anyone I want to do, my 3 4. Alright, so this is beautiful. So I added a margin to it. So if I don't want my button to be large, I can just remove this btn large from it. I can just remove the btn large from it, and then we have this smaller size button. I think I like this one better. I think I like this one. This one is a lot, yeah, it is looking more fine. Okay, so now I'll create another thing, another option. Like if you don't want to log in, you can use other options. So I'll do p, inside this p I'll use snippet. No, it's not what I want. I'll use a span. So I just text center. Right, so we have this at the center, very beautiful. So you must have seen that sometimes this all used to have a line here, a line here. So that is called a divider, or some people call it separator. Create that separator to separate this all text. So what I'll do, I'll give this span a class. Yes, I'll give it a class of divider. So I'll come to my CSS and say dot divider. Then I'll do display flex. Align items, center, justify no, text align, in color, I'll do, yep. So now let's check what we just did. Okay, this is what I just did now. Nothing is showing yet. So now I would do, this is like what we call hover effect in CSS. So I'll do a before and after. So dot divider, two semicolon before, then we do dot divider after. So open our braces here. Then now say content, flex, and okay. Then we'll add border bottom, 1px, let's see what we have been doing. Okay, so nothing showing yet. In margin, right, so nothing is still showing. Where is the problem? Alright, oh my god, you can't believe that it's because I did not put this comma that it did not work. So you have to be very careful in everything you're doing. So just put comma here. Boom, we have our divider. Alright, so I'll put this code in the comment section. This particular divider is a bit tricky, so I'll just put the code in the comment section. So if you want to do your own, I'm not saying you should not learn it, so but if you want to save time, you can just copy it and paste. Okay, so now I'm going to create two buttons. Class btn secondary, and the width alright. So inside this I would use this I tag is used for adding icons, so I'll just put it. So I'll do class. Remember, I have my bootstrap icon link before. That's the reason why this thing is going to work. bi Google. Alright, so see what we've done. So we have our Google logo here. So we'll just copy this entire code. So we'll do for apple, so I'll just change this to apple. Perfect. So give it a space. Let's say oh. Okay, so this is where I add my space, not inside this class I've created, else it will just disappear. So this is where I add my space. After this form control, I'll give MC3. Perfect. So we have this, we have a Google Apple. So if to make this really cool, this href, now you can copy Google link and paste it here. Let's search for that quickly. There's a way to do this thing. Let's search for apple. Apple.com. So what I'll do is I'll come here and copy link. Okay, this website is upgraded. Alright, so I'll paste it here for the apple. And if I want to do this for Google, I can just paste the same link here. And then instead of Apple, I'll change this one to Google. Alright, so this is a login page. It came up so well. So the link that I added, I will just, if I click here, so it redirected me to Google. Okay, and then if I click here to take me to Apple website. Alright, so that is it. So then there's one last thing that we are left with, which is let's create something in case the user has an account before. You just register. If the user does not have an account, the person would register. So just say P. Let's say, do you have an account? So as usual, create a class, then we'll say text decoration none. So what I will do is I'll create I'll just add, like in this class I'll add a margin bottom, let's say 5. Alright, so we have this do you have an account, register. So you see, so this is just, it's nothing very difficult. So let's have a laptop view and see how it will look on a desktop. So I'll just click on desktop mode and I'll see. So if it was on a desktop, this is how it was going to look like. Okay, so for your assignment, I want you to create a login page like this. Just recreate what I've done here and just make sure your own is cool and fine. You can use any user icon you want to use, but just the same format. So this is how to create a login page. Let's do a quick recap. I'll just go over it one more time and show you what I did. So first, I created a container. And then inside this container I created a form. Then inside this form I created another container for those head text. And then I created outside this container here, I created another container where I added the label for email and all that. So then we added our button, we added our do you have an account and all that. So I can give this a margin top. Let's see, instead of giving margin top, margin bottom, we just do my 4. Alright, so this is our final output and how the website looks like. So you can go ahead and do yours like this.